Hello and welcome. Today is Saturday, the 6th day of August, 2016. My name is Derek and welcome. And today's video will have the weekly silver chart as well as the Canadian, the silver priced in Canadian going back to 1974. I want to go over a bit of housekeeping and notes before I get into it. First, I named my last three videos that of silver price charts, gold price charts, and Bitcoin price charts with the respective dates for the purpose of seeing how it would act or what results I would get with the silver price search on YouTube. And to my amazement, for my location on Friday afternoon, I got a search. This silver price came up on the sixth result on page one. That I find tremendously amazing. And for the gold price charts, I couldn't find it on a search, but Bitcoin price or Bitcoin price and silver gold price, I didn't find anything. Bitcoin price was on the bottom of page one Friday afternoon, so that was pretty cool. Okay, so now let's move this on to the next thing that I want to go over, which is the silver bullion. What is it good for? Now, I was going to make a video just on this subject, but to me, I think it's pointless. I can talk about it now in under a minute. Many store silver for the prospects of trading it later and see such as great investments or retirements. Tangibly, there is only one use originally within these coins and bars, and that is to melt them down to use for your desired creation. Will a day come where demand for the want to melt these coins arrive? And the answer, I think, is only if reserves dry up and demand remains higher than production. Right now, it's about a couple 100 million more ounces of silver that is being used in one form or another than is being mined, which means year in and year out, your reserves get lower and lower. For my research, that's less than a decade away before it runs out. And if a situation comes in where places that make solar panels, if they need to buy silver bullion, silver bars, and that's where 100-ounce bars would do really good, but if they need to buy it, man, the price explosion, that would just be one thing or another. Next thing I want to talk about is a 20 for 20 series. I want to do a video very, very soon, basically 1 to 2 weeks from now on this. I got about good 10, 12 key points that I want to go over, including an idea I don't think really anyone has thought of other than myself and maybe a few other people. And if you have any questions, comments, let me know. Here's a few examples that you can see on the screen, but I want to go over key points like, if you look at the 4 coins on the top, you're going to see a hockey player. You're going to see a dolphin, looks like a dolphin, a Bugs Bunny, and Canadian maple leafs in water. Well, the earlier years, the ones in 2012, 2013, very easy to read $20. But in 2015, and I think the same in 2016, I got about 5 of these, including this Bugs Bunny coin. It's hard to read that $20, and I think they intentionally made it lower like this to hide the fact that they put a $20 price tag on it. Okay. Just waiting for, I'm sure you heard the noise in the background. I'm just waiting for it to go by. There's a plane over my building. It is now leaving. Okay. So that is that. Next thing is, I think the charts. Yeah, because I've gone over everything that I wanted to go over. So let's get started. For the week, silver down 62 United States pennies and down 3.05% for an ounce. Okay. This movement here has pretty much shown an obvious sideways correction. Thus, it's still well above this 18 average band, even though it hasn't been going higher. But now it's well below the upper band, which is currently set in a bit below 23. And if it kept going higher, it would be at least 24 before the upper band could be tested. Of course, since the start of the year, it's been making the higher highs, making the higher lows, regardless of when this market goes back higher. This is at least going to be the low, but if it breaks below it, this low will be changed to whatever the new one happens to be. Key areas of support, it's in the band now. The range of the band is between $18 and $19 and change. That's rising. And then the Fibonacci retracement at $18.50, which would be very close to a 38.2%. But you also got this area here, which is about, we'll say 18 to 18.50, I think is a better next level support key. Breaking past this area, overall, there's really not that much for resistance until you get to the 25, 26 key point. So that's just something else to be aware of as well. I don't really have much more to say about this chart, so let's move on to the final one, which is the one in Canadian dollars going back to 1974. Yes, and whether I show this chart in Canadian, US dollars, Great Britain pounds, Aussie dollars, whatever, it's generally going to look the same. There might be a few differences. Like in here, this low failed move is much more noticeable on this chart than it would be on the US one, because quite frankly, this low pretty much never got broken as far as I'm concerned. This is a failed move when it goes below it and recaptures it really quickly. The volatility back in the late 70s into the 80s, extreme. And you can say all you want about situations like the manipulation and the Hunt brothers. Well, manipulation today is in force, and times, well, they're a lot worse and a lot more reason for things to get wild than they were back at the end of the 70s into the 1980s as well. And when I see price action for a long-term chart, priced in a fiat currency that has been inflated as far as creation or supply is concerned of the currency, this just tells me that this is screamingly way too low. Even at $100, $150, I think overall, there's still great ventures that could begin the gains, as I just think this thing can really go wild in the next many years as the fiat currency systems pretty much go down. And that's one of the key reasons I came back from the hiatus. And that's because I really do think it's going to happen soon. Now, I hate to listen to these prophecies and go on them, but when I hear all this stuff that Lindsay Williams was talking about, he was mentioning that Europe is going to be getting hit first, and I see it with the Brexit. Okay, it looks like it's playing out there as was stated, with the Italian banks right now in really bad shape. It's pretty bad. And then it's the stuff like the web bot. But hey, they've been wrong with silver the whole time. But a lot of the stuff they talk about, I still feel is going to be coming into play. Mainly the rush of the masses to get into silver, because not many people are aware of it. And here there'll be more, but it's going to take gold prices well over 3,000, I think, before the masses really start to pay attention. And triple-digit silver prices for the masses again to pay attention. That's my prediction. You have your own predictions, your own ideas, and based on your own ideas, strategies, and research, that's what you could do to develop what you need to do as far as when to buy, where to buy, and when and where to sell. So that'll be it for this video. Well, no, it's not. I haven't even talked much about this chart. It's not going to be it. No. But then you do that because you're looking at the time left in this video, and it's like, duh, it's obvious. And I can do longer videos now because I'm using a different recording software. The last few videos were 5 minutes. Let's get on to these charts now. Okay, so obviously higher highs and higher lows practically all the way through from 1990 to 2011 even. Yeah, there was matching highs and lows, particularly this one and this one. But the bull market, looking at the 18 average band and where the lowest price is, right here, starting. And the bull market, I guess you could say, started, technically, I guess you could say here, because this is where resistance was established. But nonetheless, it's been going higher. I do consider this move here a failed breakdown, which would result in a fast move in the opposite direction. And the move that has occurred is right now in this correctionary phase. So based on the average going sideways, based on the price action being within this uptrend, you got to give it a upward bias within the neutral level. So a neutral upward bias. I'm just looking at a lot of the things going on. If people are holding on to digital fiat cash, I don't think it's going to be that fun for a lot of people, as similar things, keyword similar things to Venezuela, I do expect to occur on a global level. The fall of the fiat empire, I think, will be the greatest, most largest event in human history and will be the biggest event in human history for a long time. That's my prediction. I'm going to end the video right now. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great weekend. Bye-bye.